Today, I'm going on a trip to a place I've always wanted to go. It's Aomori. Aomori is kind of a secret spot that even Japanese people cannot easily go to because it's far from urban areas. After visiting, I thought that Aomori was 1 out of 10 points for food, history, sightseeing spots, and local people/hospitality. Honestly, it was one of the best trips I've ever taken in Japan. Now, let's start our trip to Aomori. I arrived in Nagoya from Neba village by car. I parked my car at my parents' house and headed to Nagoya station by bus from here. When we arrived at the bus stop, I noticed that I forgot my camera in my car. Oh my gosh! So I had no choice but to use my iPhone to film this trip. The image quality may not be that good, but it will still be fun, so please watch until the end. We took a local bus and arrived at Nagoya station. I bought a bullet train ticket and it was about $123 from Nagoya station to Hachinohe station in Aomori. Shinkansen, bullet train. What impresses me that every time I take the Shinkansen is that all the ticket can be put into the ticket gate and only the necessary tickets will come out. It's great, isn't it? Well, I arrived at the platform of the Shinkansen. The occupants look so delicious. We took the Nozomi Shinkansen and headed to Tokyo first. We arrived at Tokyo station. From here, changed to the Tohoku Shinkansen, got on the Hayabusa Komachi train. Shinkansen cleaners were disinfecting the train and were very polite. Now let's get on. The inside looks like this, but it's not much different from an ordinary Shinkansen. From here, I'll ride all the way to Hachinohe station. By the way, if you want to travel in Japan, I recommend the JR Pass. The Japan Rail Pass is a multi-use ticket which offers incredible value for your money. If you use the JR Pass, you can basically go anywhere in Japan by bullet train. I'll put the link in the description below. Now the scenery is starting to look like Tohoku area. Well, I finally arrived at Hachinohe station in Aomori for the first time. Whew! Aomori's traditional crafts immediately welcomed us. After that, we arrived at the rental car shop. I spoke with the staff at the rental car, and the Aomori dialect is sometimes difficult to understand, even for Japanese people.
この辺の発色センター。
発色センター。
はい。八戸の八に食べるで発色。
Yeah. From now on, we'll drive to a place called Hashoku Center. Hashoku Center. Hashoku Center sells fresh fish, fruits, and vegetables, and so on from Aomori. The first thing that surprised me when I came here was how cheap the fish were. 5 pieces of salmon for 500 yen? In my village, it would cost about 1,500 yen. Today, I decided to eat sushi here for lunch. The sushi restaurant here is a traditional Japanese conveyor belt sushi restaurant, and the price charges depending on the color of the plate. Let's take some sushi off the belt and eat it right away. By the way, you can eat sushi with your chopsticks, or pick it up with your hands like this, and dip the fish in soy sauce before eating. Every piece of sushi was delicious, and I was already impressed with Aomori. This is the internal organ of the sea cucumber. My friend from America tried it.
It's very chewy.
We ate a lot of delicious sushi, but the price altogether was 4,690 yen. Really cheap. After eating a lot of sushi, I bought taiyaki and pastries. It was all so delicious. Now we'll head to our famous shrine in the area, Kushibiki Hachiman Shrine. Kushibiki Hachiman-gu is a historic shrine with a history of over 800 years. It's one of the famous sightseeing spots in Aomori. The shrine was kept very clean and had a calming atmosphere. We played a small game using these arrows. It was fun. After our visit to the shrine, we are going to our next destination, Hoshino Resort, Aomoria. Hoshino Resorts is one of Japan's most famous resort companies. Actually, I was supposed to work at Hoshino Resorts after graduating university. However, I was an idiot who turned down the offer. As a result, I was able to open my own small guest house in Tokyo and entertain many guests. So I'm glad I didn't take that job. Also, because of that, I can meet you all on YouTube like this. The first thing that greeted us was this pony. She even had a business card. So cute! Okay, let's go inside. Almoria has a lot of attractions and we were so excited. Now let's go to the room. The room I reserved this time was quite a nice room. I'll head inside now. Look at this beautiful entrance. Smells like wood. It looks like the front door of a normal house. Look at this glass plate. Let's see the rest of the room. There are futons in the tatami room. There is also a stylish table and chairs in the back. And the special part of this room is this indoor bath. Let's go inside. When you open the door, you can see a wonderful view. There's a sink and a shower here. There's a toilet here. Of course, the toilet has a washlet. Lastly, I found kimonos in the closet. I already love this room. Well then, let's go see various attractions in the resort. There seems to be a hot spring a little far away, so I'll go there first. We walked outside along a path to go there and arrived at the onsen. It looks so nice. When we went inside, there was a beautiful bath and stained glass. Inside is like this. After that, we returned to the hotel. Let's explore the inside of Aomoria. We found a game center here. This is irresistible for anime lovers. There was a game called Taiko no Tatsujin, so we played it. Then we'll go deeper into the area. The table was shaped like a sake cup, and it was very cute. Go deeper and see here. There are many apple lanterns, because Aomori is very famous for apples. Also, there is a famous festival called the Nevta Festival, and this is artwork inspired from that festival. And the thing that surprised me the most was the all-you-can-drink apple juice faucet. It was so delicious, we drank a lot. There was also an apple gachapon machine. You can get an apple for 200 yen. Going further in, there were many apple lanterns decorated. We took a lot of photos. Like this. Okay, we are going to go eat dinner now. First of all, when you enter the dinner area, you'll see the robatayaki area. The local lady was grilling scallops and meat. I couldn't resist. There are also tempura and alcohol stalls. All you can drink there was only 1,300 yen? Really? It's super cheap. Well then, let's actually pick up the food. There are so many kinds, so it was difficult for me to decide what to choose. Anyway, this is my first plate. Everything was delicious, but this tuna bowl was the most delicious. The tuna was soaked in soy sauce, and it was the most delicious seafood rice bowl I've ever eaten. Seriously. Okay, it's time for the second round, and this is my second plate. If you go to the Japanese countryside, you can eat foods that even Japanese person like me doesn't know about. For example, something like this orange shell. I bit it and tried to eat it, but actually I could only eat the inside. Embarrassing. Also, this had a strange taste.
It's kind of salty and chewy. I love it.
Lastly, I got some dessert. By the way, I just realized that I was wearing my clothes inside out. Embarrassing again. After that, we went to the pub. It's a cute sake cup table. We could enjoy sake for only 500 yen. So we ended up drinking a lot. And look at this. I thought it was a straw, but it was actually a spoon. Embarrassing again and again. There were a lot of accidents, but overall, it was a fun day. Okay, good night everyone. Next day, Aomori. Good morning everyone. I started the day with a different hot spring from yesterday. It looked like this and was very stylish. It was actually really great. I tried to drink apple juice after taking a bath, but the apple tree had died. Oh my gosh. Almoria is quite spacious. It also has a lounge space. So we relaxed in there after taking a bath. Breakfast is in the same place as dinner. There is bread, fresh juice, vegetables, Japanese food, Western food, and dessert. It was one of the best buffets I've been to so far. I felt really happy in the morning. After finishing breakfast, I went straight to the indoor bath. How happy I am to be able to eat delicious food in the morning and go into a hot spring like this.
Oh, so hot.
I thought I was going to die because it was so awesome. After that, we went to a souvenir shop before checking out. A lot of Aomori souvenirs are lined up. Aomori was a really fun place. I definitely want to come back again. Okuise Mountain Stream. Today, we'll head to a place called Okuise Keiryu. This is one of the famous tourist spots in Aomori. I drive up this mountainous road. Then you get to see a very lazy river. Hiking is also possible here, so many people climb up on foot. Look at this clear and beautiful river. When we were driving up the road along the river, we found a car stuck in the mud. So we helped him. Then he became very happy and gave us 1,000 yen. Yeah, we got money. In addition to the river, you can also see waterfalls and rare plants in this mountain stream. So it's highly recommended for people who like hiking and mountain climbing. Lake Towada. The famous Lake Towada comes into view as you drive along the Okuise stream. Unfortunately, the weather was so rough today that even though it was a lake, it looked like the sea. However, for me, it was exciting and fun. Then we drove from Lake Towada to Aomori City. Aomori City is famous for Nebuta Museum Warase. Nebuta Museum Warase. Here, many Nebuta festival art and floats are displayed. First, we'll study the history of the Nebuta festival. When I went to the back, many art pieces from the Nebuta festival were displayed. Everything is handmade. The outside was made of paper like this, and the inside was made of iron wire. Very simple, but powerful. If you come to Aomori, I recommend you to visit here as well. In front of the museum, there is such a wonderful factory called A Factory. Let's go there for a while. A Factory. When I entered inside, there are many souvenirs lined up. It looks like there are more varieties of goods from the area than Aomori. So it might be a good idea to buy souvenirs here. There are also hamburger shops and cafes, so you can also eat here. We bought a coffee and a burger here. While eating a burger in the car, we headed to today's guest house, Mayuko no Ie Guest House. When we returned the car to the rental car shop, the owner Mayuko came to pick us up. She was a very friendly person and we got along well together immediately. Headed to the guest house while listening to the Aomori dialect. Yeah, I'm getting used to listening to it. Okay, this is what the inside of the guest house looked like. I felt at home and relaxed. Dinner was homemade by Mayuko, the owner. You can enjoy the taste of the common people of Aomori, which is different from Aomori. You can also experience cooking traditional Aomori meals together with Mayuko. What surprised me that in Aomori, they put senbei in a pot. Today's menu is sashimi, stir-fried pork, and senbei hot pot from Aomori. I tried the hot pot and it was very delicious. The great thing about this guest house is that Mayuko is a shamisen specialist and also a pro at Nambute Odori. a traditional Aomori dance. After eating the food, she actually played the shamisen. I tried it as well. Look at this. I can play it. It was my first time seeing Namuteodori, and its movement was so slow. But I could feel the story, and it was very beautiful. The room was traditional Japanese tatami room. Sometimes Maiko's dog came into our room. She's so cute. Right, let's time to sleep. When I woke up in the morning, Maiko got up and prepared breakfast for us. I ate senbei hot pot in the morning again today. I really loved it. Breakfast looked like this. Okay, it's time to go home. Maiko drove us to Hachinohe Station and said goodbye. When we went to buy tickets to take the train, we discovered the train we wanted to ride was full, and we had to wait for the next one. It cannot be helped. We went to a cafe and waited about an hour. Okay, so this was our Aomori trip. How was it? It was a lovely hidden gem with fresh fish, warm locals, and rich history. By all means, if you come to Japan, you should go to Aomori. Japan is not just Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. I think that the charm of Japan is packed in the countryside too. So please come visit my village as well. Okay, so stay safe, have fun, and thank you for watching as usual. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye!